Here's a word the luxury consumer appreciates hearing. It's a word that you know the meaning of, however, are not using as often as you should. The word is fiduciary. Not only does it sound important, and hey, it's fun to say, it creates a higher level of respect when used appropriately in your luxury real estate business. By simple explanation, fiduciary applies to any situation in which a person places confidence and trust in someone else. Some examples are a doctor to a patient, a lawyer to a client, or a corporation to its shareholders. It's the relationship between two parties where one entity has the right to act and make important decisions on behalf of the other. In the real estate industry, the agent and their client are in a fiduciary relationship. The two parties enter into a signed agreement in which the client puts their trust in the agent and the agent works in the client's best interest. Fiduciary is sometimes confused with agency, when in fact it's a component of it. Each state has their own version of agency, meaning your broker or supervisor can answer any questions. Here, we are talking exclusively about fiduciary and fiduciary relationships. A big challenge we face as agents is maintaining trust with those we serve, especially in the luxury space. We need to be the one who others feel safe confiding in. We need to be seen as someone who is caring, protective, always working in the highest capacity and best interest of our clients. The luxury consumer values trust as one of the most important attributes an agent can have. This is because they've been taken advantage of, overcharged, and lied to multiple times in their lives. They've had dishonest employees, family members, and others who felt entitled for whatever reason. The point is, the luxury consumer is very sensitive to what is truth, and they will move away as fast as possible if they feel there is a violation. By design, the luxury consumer is surrounded by people who advise and advocate for them. They are accustomed to staying protected, and they know that good advice can be invaluable. Let's pretend for a minute. To illustrate the concept of fiduciary, let's think about an Uber driver. When you order a ride on the app, there are certain things that you expect to happen, things that are in the driver's control. You expect the car to be clean and presentable, that it's mechanically sound, that the driver has an active license, insurance, and knowledge of traffic laws. You expect that your destination and personal details about where you came from and are going to will be kept private. You expect the driver to have a knowledge of the local area and get you to your destination as quickly and safely as possible. And you expect that the charge that shows up on your bank statement is exactly what the app said it would be. Now keep in mind, the Uber driver is allowed to make discretionary decisions along the way. For example, if there's a better corner to pick you up or drop you off, if there's a road closure or construction delay, they're allowed to take a detour. If you spill your drink, they're allowed to pull over and get a towel out of the trunk. These actions are acceptable because there's an understanding that the driver is performing these duties in your best interest. In a general sense, the driver is serving you in a fiduciary capacity. In real estate, the elements that are required in a fiduciary relationship will vary from country to country and state to state. In most cases, there are standard duties of care, which include, number one, loyalty. This is defined as allegiance. An example of this is if you're working with a luxury buyer, you find a home that fits all their needs, exactly what they're looking for. However, the commission being offered is 2.5%. The other two homes you picked out for the buyer to see are paying a 3% commission. Loyalty dictates that you would show every home that fits the client's needs, no matter what the benefit is to you. Loyalty also means that you will disclose to your client any information received that may advantage the client's position in a negotiation. Number two, obedience. This is defined as compliance with a request. Now keep in mind, it must be legal and not in violation of any disclosure regulations. An example of this is the luxury seller who has a secret room that holds a rare wine collection. The seller instructs their listing agent not to have that room accessible during an open house. If the listing agent were to accidentally leave the secret room accessible during an open house because he feels it would sell the house better, he is not being obedient and in violation of the fiduciary relationship. Number three, skill. This is defined as the ability to do something well. This is a promise that you will use your knowledge in the highest capacity to serve the client. It also means if you do not know about a certain subject, you will take the necessary steps to learn about it. Number 4, accounting. This means you must account for all monies in the transaction, specifically knowing where a client's money is being held at all times. Number 5, confidentiality. This is defined as private information being kept a secret. It's the last duty of care, yet it's the one that is held in the highest regard by a luxury client and the one most broken by agents. Confidentiality is keeping all private information to yourself. Anything that you learn about a person that a reasonable person could not find out via an online search should be deemed confidential. As a best practice, it's prudent to say as little as possible about your luxury clients, what they do for a living, where they travel, what they drive, their kids' ages, their hobbies, their investments, essentially anything that could potentially affect any future negotiating position. Now, this is a very fine line. There will be times when we want to be emotional and sell the dream of certain lifestyles. We want to talk about our clients' kids going to the nearby private school or the owner's membership to the golf club. Yet no, even conversations as innocent as these can affect a client's buying or selling position later on. Let the property's physical characteristics do the emotional selling, not the personal information about the people who live there or want to buy it. This does not mean you lose any emphasis. Your passion and personality stay the same. It's that you become known as an agent who stays quiet about others and keeps private information private. When the luxury consumer picks up on this, and they will, your reputation and respect level will elevate. They value confidentiality as one of the most important traits an agent can have. Being familiar with the concept and explaining how much you value the fiduciary relationship will leave an oversized impression on others. The most successful luxury agents vocalize their belief in fiduciary in the early stages of meeting with a potential client. Envision you are sitting down at a luxury listing presentation, and before you even start talking about the home, you explain how you work. You tell the potential client that whatever is talked about at this meeting will never be disclosed to outside parties. You tell them, I believe in being your fiduciary, meaning I will provide specific duties that are in your best interest. Tell them that a fiduciary relationship is foundational to your business practice. In doing this, you'll immediately get their attention and lower their apprehensions. Don't be timid about promoting your beliefs in being a fiduciary, and never, ever break any of the duties you've promised. The luxury consumer loves to be assured in this manner, and they appreciate the direct, upfront disclosure. Most of those you serve already assume a fiduciary duty exists. However, it's powerful when you take an initiative and set that bar even higher by stating it out loud. This is the influential conversation for this lesson. I believe in being your fiduciary, meaning I will provide specific duties that are in your best interest. Learn this, not only to recite it, but to live by it. Our values shape what we become. After the influential conversation is delivered, let the conversation take its natural course. Make sure you can define what fiduciary means in your own words. The first step is practicing this at the very next client opportunity. Let's do this.